Well, hello folks, and welcome here once again to Divine Fine Motors, and thank you so very much for being here. God bless you and your family, and I mean that. And folks, I want to congratulate you on finding this one. Mercy sakes to goodness, what a beautiful motorcycle. Those of you all who have known me and been buying bikes from me for, gosh, what has it been now, the last 12 years, know that I am absolutely a nut over these Harley-Davidson Heritage Springers. I love them. I think they're the most, absolutely, the most best looking motorcycle that Harley-Davidson ever produced. They came out in 1997. They made them until 2003. And there's just nothing else like them. And I am almost certain that they are going to be one of the most collectible, most desirable Harley-Davidson motorcycles that are collected all over the world. I personally have sold, goodness gracious, probably at least 75 to 100 in the last 12 years. And I don't get them that often because I just look for the ones that are absolutely in exceptional condition. And every now and then I find that one, and I'm here to tell you that this bike is about as nice as you'll ever get one of these in. Not only the condition of it, but the way it runs, the way it rides, all of the nice features that it has, or the extras. And a lot of these folks, they're hard to get. But this bike, again, is just absolutely gorgeous. Very tastefully done. It's hard for me to decide on which color I like the best, but this color on this motorcycle is absolutely my favorite. I've got a super nice black and red one over there. That's a 1998 that's for sale also. It might already be sold on eBay. It's on eBay. And another 1995, look at that. That's a FX STC. That's a one-owner motorcycle. I talked to a gentleman today. I finally got his number. 70 years old. It's on eBay too, but you better hurry. I think there's like 3 or 4 days left. But anyway, folks, this is what I do. This is what I love. I'm a car dealer. I've been selling cars, gosh, for 32 years. There's a couple Corvettes that I collected. That's a one-owner 1993 40th anniversary, 32,000 miles. That's a one-owner first year 1997 C5. And I've got a one-owner 1968 3-speed Corvette Stingray. Of course, they didn't put Stingrays on them, but anyway, I like cool stuff, and there is nothing cooler than these beautiful Springers. So here it is. It's for sale. And if you've been praying and believing and want one, you're not going to find one any better. I'm telling you, I don't care if you spend $20,000. It's not going to be any nicer. Folks, every nut, every bolt, every washer on this bike is immaculate. I mean, look at the nuts. Look at all the hubs. The back wheel is the exact same way. This bike is just in absolutely like new condition. And it is this way all over it. Like I said, it's just gorgeous. All the Springer, all the frame underneath it, the engine, these heads, these cylinders, they look like they just came out of the plastic bag or box. They're just absolutely as nice as I've ever seen any on any bike. I don't care if it had 5 miles on it. And I was fortunate enough to sell one of these once that had 1,400 miles on it. But it was nowhere in the condition that this bike is. This bike only has 10,900 pampered pristine miles. Everything works as it should. It runs and rides and drives absolutely phenomenal. Somebody's put the best carburetor I think you could ever put on one, the Mikuni. It's adjustable. This thing is just perfection. Like I said, folks, every nut and bolt, anywhere you look on this motorcycle is just pristine. I just couldn't tell you enough of how nice it is. Now, you can fly down here. We're located around Tampa, St. Pete, Clearwater. And you can ride this back to Spokane, Washington, if you want to. Now, I can arrange, and I do all the time, to shipping. I can ship it to you down in Bangkok, Thailand, wherever you're at. I hope and pray this thing stays in the great United States. That's where it was made. That's where I'd love to see it stay. But I tell you what, it is such a joy and a pleasure. I'm a part of a couple of Springer groups on Facebook, and it's really, really cool to see all these Springers over in Italy, in Germany, Hong Kong, Australia. I've sold them to people in Iceland, Germany. I've sold them all over the world. And whoever gets it, one of the best things I like is to make sure that they love on it and take care of it. Because this gentleman sure did. This bike is set up so nice. I love that all of the buttons still have all the nice lettering on them, like new. I love the retro grips, the retro mirrors, the retro floorboards. It's got just loaded up with goodies. Now that you've seen how nice and clean it is, I want to show you underneath it too. Look at those, look at this motor, the casings on it. Every nut and bolt, I'm telling you, it's just absolutely in excellent, pristine, show quality, museum quality condition. I love that some people call them the top hats or whatever, the primary cover there. I love the retro air cleaner cover that it has also. This bike runs and sounds as good as any one I've ever had. Underneath this bike, folks, again, every nut and bolt on it still looks like that. I'm talking even the ones that hold on the muffler heater things, but underneath it, all the frame. But like I said, the back wheel, guys and girls, is the same way. That hub up in there, it's like new. And again, every nut and bolt on it, all the wheels are perfect. The spokes, spoke nuts, the pulleys, the bolts on the pulleys, you ought to see them. They look like they just come out of the plastic too. Just, it's nice. Now, I'm going to just tell you, this bike is just absolutely perfection. Of course, no leaks, no issues whatsoever. Like I said, that frame doesn't even have a spot on it. No rash under that. So there you go. You've got the idea. I mean, it's as good as you can get one, folks, let me tell you. So, I guess you know, it's got the Obsolete fender. It's got the fender caps on the front and back. You've got, I'm wore out, it's about 7 o'clock and I'm tired. I'm over here at my shop. It's got mud flaps that look like they're brand spanking new. All the leather looks like it's still brand new. It's got the bib tank, all that's just perfection. It's got the big wide lens on the headlights, which are the wide headlight bezel things there that look great. All the Springer, the whole front end is just like the rest of it too. It's like new. This bike looks like it's been covered up and hadn't been ridden 200 miles. It's got the grips on it. It's got your chrome clutch lever, brake lever, all the risers, all that stuff was immaculate. Has all the stickers on it. Has a little thing even that helps you with the clutch. That's pretty neat. I've never seen that before. Again, the seat is just immaculate. You can see no wear at all, and the leather saddlebags are pristine. Every one of the fringes are still in place on the seats, the saddlebag. Underneath this passenger seat, that seat doesn't have a spot on it. The paint, it's just perfection everywhere. There's not a scratch on it anywhere. It is as nice as I've ever seen one. Again, it only has 10,000 miles on it, 10,909. It'll have just a little bit more because I'm going to ride it, praise God, I hope. All the lights work, the signal, the horn. It's one of the nicest Springers I have ever had in my possession. I want to keep it so bad I can't stand it. But I've got so much stuff now my wife won't let me. And I've got to keep her. All right, it's in neutral. I'm going to go ahead and fire this thing up. I started one yesterday. It was in gear, for heaven's sakes. It starts up easier and quicker than any bike I've ever had. It's just amazing. But, folks, it's nice, nice, nice. Now, these big old mufflers, as you can see, you can switch them out. Those unbolt there. You can put any kind of end caps you want. There's some real nice I'm going to go ahead and shut this off. This bike runs perfection. There's some really nice, speaking of end caps on these mufflers, there's some real nice, they're called shark fins. Would look great on this. There's other kind of fish tails you can put on it, but it's got the rear saddlebag protectors on the back, the saddlebag guards. It's even got your quick release for your backrest and the quick release for the solo rack and all that stuff from Harley already mounted. That's big stuff right there. I do not have that. This is all that comes with the bike. Right here, no windshield, no bags, none of that, all that extra stuff that everybody wants and pays a fortune for, but it's got a lot of stuff on it. Fender tips, front and rear saddlebag guards. It's got the nostalgia air cleaners, got the nostalgia footboard. You see, it's just loaded. But listen to me now. I'm very, very fair about pricing, and believe you me, there's not too many people out there that know prices. I mean, I've sold enough of these to know the value of this thing. All right, but I'm not ridiculous. I try to give people, I sell the nicest bikes on the whole planet. If they're not great, I don't sell them. I don't buy them. But this is one of the nicest bikes you'll ever get a chance to own. And I'm going to have a decent reserve on there. Again, I can help you get it shipped. I think I told you about everything you need to know. The brakes are great. The tire is like brand new on the rear. Front tire's got plenty of tread. The oil on this thing is as clean as it was when you took it out of the... Boy. The oil's clean as a pin, as you can see. All the brakes are great. Starts, runs, and rides and drives like new. And if you're looking for a great bike, this is the one. So give me a call. I'll give you a chance to buy it at the low reserve before the reserve is met. And once I get your deposit, I'll get your paperwork out to you immediately. And again, I can help you get it shipped. Congratulations to you. I hope you've been praying and believing for a super nice bike, because I truly don't think you're going to get a nicer one, especially under $13,000. Low miles and absolutely gorgeous. So thank you all again. Sorry it took so long. It's been rainy and wet outside today. I went ahead and did my pictures and videos in here. I'll keep it in here, put it on a battery charger. Battery's great on it. Everything works like I said. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you again so very much. Remember, be kind to one another, love on one another, lift one another up, and please read to your children, your grandkids, your neighbors' kids, your nieces and nephews. Tell them how great they are. Lift them up and encourage them so they'll go out and do wonderful and good things in the world. All right, thank you all. God bless you. And please take care of this motorcycle. It's a real treasure. Bye-bye.